Welcome, it's good to see you again. And in today's edition, the main stories are:
National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng paid a state visit to the northern province of Sơn La on January the 4th. At the regular December meeting, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng required special attention to be paid to human resources. The sole survivor from the sunken cargo ship Vinali's Queen talked to the press on the accident. The traditional Lunar New Year is coming, and the Hmong ethnic people are set to make their traditional sticky rice dumplings.
On the occasion of the upcoming Tet holidays, National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng paid a visit to the northern province of Sơn La on January 4th, where he urged the province to become the growth flagship for the whole northern mountainous region.
The chief legislator said Sơn La has worked hard last year and achieved many socio-economic targets, helping improve people's living standards. He, however, said the locality should pay special attention to 5 poorest districts and suggested focusing on training officers for these districts, accelerating investment activities, and shifting the economic structure with priority given to vocational training and labor export. Sơn La should create more favorable conditions for its residents to expand production and escape from poverty, contributing to social development. Hùng wishes the authorities and people of all ethnic groups in Sơn La a happy and successful New Year. Officials accompanying the National Assembly chairman asked Sơn La to review the development plan on small and medium-scale hydroelectric power plants and mining projects to avoid overexploitation and ensure environmental protection.
The Cabinet regular December meeting convened in Hanoi on January 4th, under the chair of Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng. This month's meeting agenda focused on the implementation of governmental working regulations in 2011 and working plan for 2012.
Prime Minister Dũng and cabinet members recognized the good points in the government's performance last year, including the strict implementation of the party's policy and resolution, and the timely issue of policies and solutions suitable for the country's socio-economic development. They agreed that strong and synchronous implementation of a wide range of measures has brought about positive results in inflation control and macroeconomic stabilization. Prime Minister Dũng, however, said the cabinet should strive hard to overcome existing shortcomings and weaknesses in state management, law building, planning, and natural resources management. He emphasized that special attention should be given to human resource, especially high-quality human resource, not only in 2012, but also in following years. In addition, one of the key tasks for the government this year is to remove obstacles in the 3 main areas of infrastructure, institutions, and human resource to facilitate socio-economic development. This year, the government will continue to prioritize inflation control, macroeconomic stabilization, maintaining a suitable economic growth, while renovating growth models and restructuring the economy, at the same time ensuring social welfare and improving people's life. The government also discussed a scheme to increase the efficiency of the state-owned enterprise sector. Prime Minister Dũng said restructuring state-owned enterprises will help them perform better their key role in promoting socio-economic development, stabilizing macroeconomy, ensuring major balances of the economy, and other national issues.
Now, continuing the report on Đậu Ngọc Hùng, the sole survivor from the sunken cargo ship Vinaline's Queen. He talked to the press right after landing at the Nội Bài International Airport in Hanoi on the evening of January 4th. Let's take a quick look.
Hùng is now in good health condition and recalled the accident in details. I was thrown off the ship as it started to sink. I got into a state of panic as everything on board was swept down, including myself. I could not see anything. When the pool of the ship faded, I rose to the surface. I was lucky to catch a lifebuoy. However, a day later, the lifeboat was overturned by heavy waves. I tried to find a lifeboat from Vinala's Queen and was successful. It had enough food, water and medicine for me until it was found by the British ship. The damage of this accident has yet to be assessed in full, but this is surely an unprecedented loss both in terms of lives and property for Vinalines in particular and the country's maritime sector in general. The Vietnamese diplomatic missions in Japan, the Philippines, and related countries and territories are continuing to work closely with local authorities to search for the remaining 22 sailors and the sunken vessel.
The Health Ministry held a conference in the northern province of Ninh Bình on January 4th to review the HIV/AIDS prevention work in 2011 and to launch plans for 2012.
The HIV/AIDS Prevention Department reported a declining trend in terms of both HIV infection and mortality from AIDS. However, a number of localities are facing high-risk factors such as unsafe sexual practices. In addition, poor awareness about the epidemic in remote areas and a personnel shortage for prevention work at grassroots level also hinder the fight against the epidemic. Health Deputy Minister Nguyễn Thanh Long has asked provinces and cities nationwide to strengthen HIV/AIDS prevention measures, especially improving the capacity of HIV/AIDS prevention centers. The Health Ministry required localities to increase education and communication campaigns to get high-risk people change behaviors. They should also closely monitor the epidemic and support the treatment and prevention of mother-to-child HIV transmission. The target is to provide 55% of people in the 15 to 49 age group with correct information on HIV/AIDS prevention and keep the rate of HIV carriers under 0.3% by 2015. By September 2011, Vietnam reported 193,350 live HIV carriers, including 40,030 AIDS patients. More than 51,300 others already died of the disease.
Vietnam expects an increase of around 22 to 23% in the total value of retail commodities and social services this year, in order to reach an estimated 2.4 trillion Vietnamese dong. To achieve this target, the country shall develop a modernized model of distribution and expand the domestic market.
According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the total value of retail trade in commodities and consumption services surpassed 2 trillion Vietnamese dong last year. This is a high level in the context of difficult economic conditions, helping ensure the balance between demand and supply of essential goods. However, rising prices, changing weather, and animal disease caused a decrease in the supply of some essential farm produce. This pushed the consumer price index up, resulting in a yearly inflation rate of 18.13%, negatively affecting sales revenues. The Ministry of Industry and Trade plans to continue efforts to stabilize the domestic market through trade promotion programs this year.
The Lunar New Year and Tet holidays are nearing upon the nation, and the Hmong ethnic people are set to make their sticky rice dumpling, a dish which is considered indispensable for them during the Tet holidays.
The Hmong people think that the round sticky rice dumpling symbolizes the moon and the sun, which are the origin of human and all living beings on the earth. For this reason, they are very careful in making the dumpling from selecting good grains of glutinous rice, which must be dry in moderate temperatures in the open air, to the cooking process. We must soak the rice in water for nearly 3 hours before steaming. The steamed glutinous rice will be manually pounded into dough by strongmen in the village. The faster they pound, the softer and smoother the dough becomes. It will then be cut into pieces and wrapped in banana leaves. After drying, the dumpling can be preserved for a long time. When eating, they can be grilled over fire and served with honey or cut into thin pieces and deep fried. The sticky rice dumpling will be offered to ancestors or served to guests during the New Year holiday.
And that shall be it for today. Thank you for joining us and take care.